It's a little bit, I think it's too much. It's going to be able to be itemized against very effectively. Maokai, one of his old strengths, you know, a year back, 2 years back, was he was notorious as being the anti-double AP. And so, you know, they gut him, and Kongdoo Monsters continues to pick up magic damage against it. He's going to be an absolute leviathan in the later stages of the game. Graves going to be able to itemize with that Edge of Night and Maw of Malmortius if he so pleases. Kuro, no stranger to the Hex Drinker first against that lineup. Lots of potency against the mid and jungle dynamic, and then Jhin as well. Going to be able to itemize Edge of Night and Maw of Malmortius. So Kongdoo's draft, I mean, the longer that the game goes, the worse that it's going to get. And Brendan, you were asking earlier about I Love Ooh versus MC. Well, this is about as 4-gate as they come, as Kongdoo's going to need to end the game really quick.
It really is.
They do have flexibility with the Ezreal. That's the only saving grace as like an alternative gear that they can tap into in the later stages. So it's not like they're only magic damage, but for the most part, I can't see how they win a team fight if this game goes to 30-35 minutes.
Stoll, I mean, he's one of the star players for Kongdoo. Maybe he can pull through on that Ezreal, get a bit of a lead. He is going up against Kramer, who has shown that he is definitely a very strong AD carry in this league. Just taking a last look at both of the compositions for both teams. Lots of magic damage on the side of Kongdoo Monster. We'll see if it works out. If they can 4-gate all in this AFreeca Freecs team, having recently got 0-2'd by them. See if they can actually turn it around this time. So one last look. Some cool skins coming in there. We got the Maokai coming in as well. That's going to do it for the pick ban phase. Let's jump into game number 1 right now of AFreeca versus Kongdoo Monster.
Thought we were about to see a fight break out.
Well, pings are still going down, but Punch does know he was spotted and says, okay, my Raptors were stolen. Something weird is going on. Okay, here we might see some action. Edge is making his way down. There's a teleport, too. They're going in on this one. They will lock down Tushin. The reverse tidal wave. There comes the first blood onto Ezreal, in fact. Also, Edge picking up a kill, so that's 2 kills there for Kongdoo.
Kongdoo Monsters picked themselves up a nice set of kills. Should be able to potentially pick up first blood turret. Never mind, none of the other teammates are really interested in that. And now AFreeca, with that Mountain Drake, did so much damage to the mid turret. They actually called down MaRin to bottom to block that first blood turret from being taken away. Basically has 2 jungles to eat from.
So coming in here for the gank with the package. It's not enough. Hold that thought down in bot lane. Googer is just running forward, trying to save his AD carry. Knew he was dead. MaRin with the, funnily enough, nice gank from the Tribrush.
Now MaRin moving up to mid lane. And you can see where Mowgli is. They might look to sandwich Edge, who they know doesn't have summoners.
Doesn't have summoners. MaRin has his flash, isn't even going to use it. The shockwave comes out. Should be enough damage. There it goes. The cocoon onto Mowgli. There's the collateral damage. Punch is going on the chase here. And with the flash from Graves, there's no way he can pick up that kill. MaRin will pick up another. And, well, MaRin is just all over the map, setting up kill after kill. Roach does not have flash, and he does not survive, as he will go down. MaRin currently has 100% kill participation as he's just roaming around the map, and Kongdoo just cannot seem to answer to this this roaming Maokai. Well, Roach was actually able to take that red.
MaRin's really mad about it.
It's an angry Maokai. He wants to go on in. The equalizer coming down.
He's
MaRin
standing on top of it. He doesn't care.
He goes in, and that's going to be a kill. 4-0-1 is MaRin.
That has to be one of the scariest feelings in the world when a champion stands on top of your equalizer.
It didn't even look like it was doing damage. That was the funny thing, too.
Here comes the curtain call.
Jumping on in, Kuro is Valkyrieing forward. Ooh, nice repel to get out of there, but will pay for it with his life. Oh, nice double kill there. Nice little combo out of Kongdoo.
By afreeca.
MaRin is in the angry tree right now, 1v4 with the help of a mermaid. The teleport will come in, but Mowgli is going to turn this around. MaRin flashing away from the shockwave, equalizer coming down, but no kills. They can't exactly capitalize off of any of those abilities, but looks like they may be able to start a push down the mid lane. But as I say that, we're going to turn it around here. The curtain call and the tidal wave looking to pick up some of these kills. Mowgli going in the back. Nice kill there by Kuro on the back line. Edge going down. The rest of them do get away.
Looks like afreeca clearing out vision around Baron now. Edge is the main carry on their team right now as well, so not having him is that much worse. But afreeca, they could potentially lose this Baron. It's going to come down to a smite fight 2 level.
They're going to burst down punch before he can get in there and go for the smite. Ezreal does take out the Graves, but Kuro will eventually take out Rumble on the back of that. Oh, and Soul, he wants more. As I said before, desperately trying to carry his team, trying to do whatever he can, but it won't be enough.
Now with the Baron and no real threats remaining, you see Kuro actually comes up. He doesn't know, though, that Soul didn't recall.
Oh, he's going to Valkyrie away. Not sure if he gets away from this one. Has to turn around. Is going to go down. Nice job by Soul. A bit of a mistake there from Kuro as well.
Once Soul has that Blade of the Ruined King, Edge has his Death Cap, and then Roach gets his Void Staff, because that's going to be the closest that they're ever going to be to afreeca.
Fourth shot hits Soul. They do a lot of damage to that turret too. Meanwhile, Roach just cannot stand up to the push of Maokai. They finally take out that turret as a group, so that's the third tier 2 turret that goes down. Even Kramer going down there perhaps to help and set up a kill. Here we go, the Righteous Glory coming on in, the immediate flash, the response flash. Deadly Flourish will miss onto Roach as he uses Sonya's. There is the ultimate coming out, but it's not going to be enough. MaRin just does not take magical damage right now. Opening up that curtain call. The fourth shot will also hit Edge. So fighting the 5v4 as afreeca begins to push into the base, not even getting that Baron.
afreeca looking to perhaps get an inhibitor before they do a Baron dance. Then they have even more options available.
Well, I think we know who the MVP of this game is going to be. MaRin essentially carrying the team on his back with this Maokai, as Kongdoo has no answer, essentially. Coming in now onto Edge in the back, and the combination of him with the Deadly Flourish of Jhin is just crazy amounts of damage. Flashing the damage of Orianna is Kramer, critting him down, getting the kill. Now they're in the base. MaRin is on top of the Nexus. Does not care about anything right now. Gets another twisted advance. What is going on in this game? They're not even going to go for Baron. They're like, we've had enough. We want out. We want to make the last subway train. That's what we're talking about. As afreeca looks to end this game in about 30 minutes. No hope for Kongdoo as Roach gets caught out as well. Punch coming on in here. Trying to make a stand, wants to burst down for 1 kill. Will pay for it with his life. Can he actually get the kill? No. As Kuro gets the ace and afreeca picks up game 1. We've seen very often is the Cassiopeia. We'll see Kuro going head-to-head with Edge in mid lane against that Ryze.
The Ryze is a versus all champion. He still does have some soft counters that exist to him. And normally I would be fine with that, but when you're handing over the option to counter pick mid to afreeca, and really Kongdoo, again, you know, their macro has been very lackluster. Their coordination with each other has been weak. I don't feel like it's something that you really want to do. I think that, you know, choosing a safer champion here like Orianna, because then it takes it away from afreeca, because afreeca doesn't need to go Cassiopeia here. They could have also responded with Orianna. as a response to the Rise would have a lot of synergy with the Renekton and the Elise.
So, looks like no further changes here in terms of the Summoners. Double cleanse on both Edge and Kuro. I'll assume that's right for now, as we're jumping into game number 2.
So here we go. Game number 2, there is Kongdoo's draft. Camille, Lee Sin, Rise, Ezreal, and Thresh. Lots of potential, lots of gears available to them. We'll see if they can use it. And then on the flip side, AFREECA, they have that Renekton, Elise, Cassiopeia, Jhin, and Karma. So this composition basically speaks to me that they're looking to go big in the mid game.
Well, we'll see if they can pull that off. Jumping into game number 2 here between the AFREECA Freecs and the Kongdoo Monsters. Join us on the Rift as we join them in battle right now for game number 2.
This is actually such super high level gameplay. Wait a minute, he's actually just reading this for exactly what it is.
What the hell? That's going to be the kill onto Punch, and MaRin gets it. So a great guy to get first blood on. Edge, meanwhile, is forced to flash away, but Kuro can definitely look at Spirit. He's like, oh, look at me. I am such a genius.
Oh, you know, you called him a genius and you jinxed him. He missed the cocoon because of you. How do you feel?
It was my fault. I'm sorry, everybody.
MaRin makes a little bit of a mistake right there, taking that turret shot.
Roach is going to go onto this. Look at MaRin's health right now. He's down to really, really low, and this might be a kill going the other way.
What?
Life steals just a bit, going to flash forward, and there is the kill onto MaRin.
I'm not quite sure. Those are the type of kills that we usually never get to see. Just seemed like a total lack of damage foresight right there. A little bit too disrespectful. Interestingly enough, though, it was actually enabled by that turret shot in a way.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right when you, maybe not disrespect, but like overconfidence, you know? Like they destroyed them. He had that amazing Maokai game in game 1, and then game 2 he gets first blood, and he's Renekton against Camille, and he's just like, yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. And he just like misreads it a bit. Now we're gonna see the 2v2 up here as Roach hits level 6. Can they actually get the kill though? Punch stays alive. Needs to get a couple more shots perhaps. Punch is actually going to get out here, and Spirit getting super low. And they're actually gonna give the kill over to Roach. So there you go, a couple of kills going over to Kongdoo now.
A little bit surprised that Kuro wouldn't take part in this.
Punch didn't have a smite, he used it on the big raptor. So he's going to kick Tushin away. Here comes Secret, tons of damage onto Kramer, and he should go down there from Edge on the top side, but Edge had to go really, really deep. But look at all that AoE damage. Edge actually forcing them way back. Here comes the Rune Warp, trying to come in. Can he land any kind of stun onto anyone? No. MaRin in the back did use his ultimate, in a bit of trouble now. Will be locked up by Roach. Has to fight a 1v5. Will attempt to get a kill onto Edge. Oh, so close. The exhaust keeps Edge alive, and they did pick up MaRin. Look to potentially dive Kuro. There's the flash and the hook. Immediate cleanse and an ultimate there out of Kuro, and he will survive. Wow. Nicely done.
He was so quick with everything that he had to do.
Ooh, the tower race, and Kongdoo wins. Get first blood turret. Oh, wait. It says, yeah, okay, that was Kongdoo to get that first.
Tower race, pretty nerve-wracking, but...
Oh boy, the hook onto Spirit. He is all alone, attempting to do some burst damage onto Secret, but he will survive. Now 7-1 here in favor of Kongdoo. Yeah, especially from behind, it's going to make it harder to carry from that spot. Oh boy, MaRin is going to get cornered here. Has to try to clear the wave, and look at all those tower hits actually onto Roach. He gets pretty low, but it looks like MaRin will go down in the end. Trade that tower aggro onto Edge.
The other problem about this is that Kongdoo Monsters have the 1-3-1 available.
Oh, nice hook there onto Spirit. They're going to land him in the box, too. not quite able to jump away. And even the Rune Warp too from Rise, kind of unnecessary, but does group up with his team, and that's going to be a kill onto the jungler. We'll see if Kongdoo does want to go in onto the Baron. Yes, they will. Teleport coming in as well. They're calling in the teleport here of MaRin's, so they do want to try to contest. Can they actually do it? The flash forward from Kuro, getting the ultimate down. Picking him out, though, getting so much damage on both Karma and the Cassiopeia. MaRin, though, he's going pretty crazy. Is able to pick up the kill onto Soul and onto Punch. Now lots of members of Kongdoo on the run, and they might just be able to get away. It's extremely close. Will be slowed up. They do have the vision onto Secret. They should be able to clean him up. There it is.
Oh, and I think that might be all she wrote.
Well, Spirit's going to get his revenge. Oh, never mind. Doesn't even get an assist. Herself out of there. So the push in mid should be pretty strong as Kramer a little bit out of position. They do land the Deadly Flourish, and here comes the curtain call. Punch eating a bunch of that damage. Ooh, big hit. Uh-oh, MaRin is going to get locked down. He does ultimate. Can he actually fight against this? The stun coming out. Oh, the True Shot Barrage will pick up the kill.
I think that really just hit MaRin right in his soul. He thought that he had probably gotten away. And he ends up going down, and the tower falls with him. And now in mid lane, you can see Spirit doesn't have much mana remaining. Kuro trying to take a trade against Edge.
Not going to turn out well. And Soul trying to channel a little bit of Bang. Shifting forward. AFreeca is just crumbling under the pressure right now. They're going to lose one inhibitor. They've lost multiple towers from this Baron now, which won't really help either team, especially not Kongdoo. So there is a ton of burst damage though onto MaRin. Kuro desperately trying to get a bit of damage himself. Oh man, not gonna get the kill, but will force MaRin all the way back. They will pick up another turret here as the onslaught continues from Kongdoo.
Like how slow they're playing this. They're not too quick to potentially throw away their lead.
Oh, they want the kill, the cleanse. But this should be enough to take out Edge. They're on the chase, but look at that. Roach just getting up in their faces. A huge amount of burst damage, and Kongdoo will turn this around. And nobody's going to die just yet. They're going to Rune Warp forward, too. They want Spirit. Here comes MaRin trying to be the hero. Can he 1v4? The answer is no. Now they're just going to teleport into the base and go for the end, and they should be able to get this one. So Kongdoo able to turn it around and take game number 2.
Kongdoo Monsters coming up big here as well, and this has to be a giant confidence boost because now you're looking at this like AFreeca, and Roach just actually won with a carry champion, but not only that, he played extremely well on it.
Syndra pick here for Edge.
Interesting. So I guess they didn't get the memo in game number 1 that drafting all Magic isn't the best of decisions. Roach probably might just go Glass Cannon here on Renekton if this is going to be the case.
Tanky Elise.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Solari come out on Tushin earlier than normal, and Kramer even just go Hex Drinker first item, Kuro Hex Drinker first item, Graves, Edge of Night, Maw of Malmortius. I mean, we've seen it before. And the Camille, Trinity Force, Titanic Hydra, Guardian Angel, Maw of Malmortius. Like, everything.
You got it all figured out. There we go.
I don't know, yet again, I don't know what Kongdoo Monsters does at 30 minutes. They just loot, like, they just type in /FF. I'm not entirely certain. But their composition is designed to have an extremely explosive early game and transition that into tons of pressure, very similarly to like what KT tried to do earlier, except unlike KT's composition, at least it did have some legs to stand on. But the Kongdoo's comp is able to be shut down pretty handily by early game or mid-game itemization.
Yeah. So we'll see if they can really push their advantage early on in this game. So as you said, that's really where the focus will be. Mad Scientist Ziggs. Maybe he can come up with another secret for Kongdoo. As we jump into game number 3 right now, Kongdoo versus AFreeca. We'll see if Kongdoo can pull off the magical comeback, or will AFreeca close it out?
Other yet again, and Mowgli always so quick.
Oh, he's going to flash the cocoon, but that's going to be first blood given to Edge, and double buff as well.
And he couldn't have just set up for it, but now Edge rotating up to top.
They can land this double stun, perhaps. They're going to try to knock it down. They get the first stun, but Edge is going to die to MaRin, and MaRin picks up double buff this time. Because of that death sentence, they get the exhaust out of Googer, but this might be turned back upon as Edge shows his face down in bot. They pick up the kill onto Ash. Now Tushin with a really nice hook. Not enough, though, as the cleanse will save Edge's life.
To help with his wave clear and sustain through that.
Oh, nice read there by MaRin. He's going to lock him up with the stun into the ultimate. Going to deny some vision. Can Roach get out? No, is the answer. Punch coming in here with Googer. MaRin just trying to get out. And Punch he's going in. Will not be collapsed upon there by AFreeca. And MaRin does survive.
In the later stages of the game, you can have the Corki actually split in a side lane. They are on blue side, so 1-3-1 is stronger.
Oh, they're going in. Soul is going to be locked down by MaRin in the bot lane. This isn't the first time he's done this. He did this in game 1 on the Maokai. Oh boy, the arrow coming out. Make that 3 for 4 here for Kramer. Picking up a kill onto Googer. Really afford to take a loss to Kongdoo Monsters. So I don't feel bad for them that they are, you know, I don't think it's a bad idea that they're taking this very, very slow.
To touch on what you're talking about, I don't think that it's even, you know, a bad thing by any means either that they take it slower, because it's just going to increase their percentage chance when the team fights do break out, because they're going to have those items that just make it that much more difficult. Not having Tushin isn't the end of the world. It's not like Kongdoo Monsters are in a position to go for the Baron. They would need to certainly take down another 2 members likely if they wanted to try that.
Tushin looking for those max range death sentences, but ooh, nice double stun there. Nice bit of damage coming out onto Tushin. He actually blows load onto Tushin, but trades Punch's life for it. Now a lot of members of Kongdoo very, very low. This might open up some opportunity here for AFreeca. Mowgli gonna steal some of that farm. And MaRin now with the Guardian Angel up in the, well, down in the bottom lane, I should say, in a big wave. But still not ready to take that fight against Roach just yet. Looks like they're trading just a bit. But here we go. The Baron is starting. Big wave up in top.
Soul should be able to ult this. Don't know if it's enough, though. It doesn't seem like it will be. Baron's going to go over to AFreeca. Almost managed to get Kuro there. Oh,
Kuro's so low. Mowgli on the run, too. MaRin has found Edge, but Edge gets the stun off. Now MaRin in an awkward spot will choose to jump over the wall. Camille is a pretty good champion. But doesn't look like that will happen as everybody from AFreeca groups up into the top lane this time. MaRin will be a little bit late, doesn't have his teleport, but is just going to go straight up mid. Still has his GA and can just threaten from the mid lane as we've seen before.
Really well executed and coordinated push here from AFreeca, having MaRin escort those waves, those super minions doing work on that turret. MaRin even says, hey, I have a Trinity Force. And the turret might go down, but Edge.
Yeah, Edge disappears. MaRin is able to push that Nexus turret. It looks like Punch will follow the same. No, he actually does get out. Roach trying to go in, trying to salvage this game, but it looks pretty set and done here as all 3 inhibitors are down. Another last death sentence bodes us for some good luck into the next future games. That will be game number 3 going over to AFreeca.